Hi, my name is Alana Martinez. I'm going to be doing my video testimony presentation on homelessness within my community, which is Pueblo, Colorado. For those of you who don't know, Pueblo, Colorado is about an hour and a half to 2 hours away from Denver, which is our state capital. So basically, I'll just start off by kind of giving you some general information about the homelessness within my community, kind of the major issues that we're experiencing in regards to homelessness, and kind of talk about the pros and cons of the organizations we have available to help those who are homeless, and kind of talk about like what could be done in order to better help the homeless population. So basically, I'll start off first by saying I feel like the general public doesn't understand the seriousness of homelessness within our community. We do have a serious homeless problem. There's definitely a higher rate of individuals who are homeless than there are beds in the emergency shelters. I feel as the general public is often surprised of how serious our homeless problem is, and there are several homeless camps within our community that a lot of people, when they hear about, they seem surprised because they didn't know they existed, especially since they're relatively close to like residential and business areas of town. And also there's a lot of the public, I feel like, within our community that tend to assert that if homeless individuals just got a job and weren't as lazy, then they would basically not be homeless anymore. But we all know that's easier said than done. So the main issues within Pueblo is, like I had mentioned, there's more individuals that are homeless than there are beds in emergency shelters. The drug use in Pueblo is insanely high. There's just a high rate of individuals who use drugs, and then also there's a high rate of individuals engaged in substance abuse that are also homeless. There's no job assistance or training programs, so for those individuals who are homeless that haven't maybe worked in years, they would definitely benefit from some type of job assistance program in order to remain stable, but we don't really have that here in Pueblo. And also there's many organizations within our community, but they only give temporary relief to those who are homeless, such as providing meals or providing maybe 1 or 2 nights away from the cold. And a bed. There is an organization, however, that provides good homeless programs, such as permanent supportive housing and things in that nature, but they are very limited in their resources and their funding. So the different organizations within Pueblo is Posada. Like I had mentioned, they are the organization that provides permanent supportive housing, tenant assistance programs. They provide some homes to homeless veterans. They provide some homes to families, but they are very limited in their resources and their funding. They're only supposed to provide, or only able to provide 5 homes to families for permanent supportive housing, and transitional housing, 5 homes for transitional as well. And they're only able to provide 16 homes to homeless veterans, and so they don't have they're very limited, and they don't have much wiggle room on how much they could actually provide, and that is definitely that's definitely a big issue. And then also there's the YWCA, which is a family crisis center. They provide shelter to women trying to flee domestic violence situations, and they provide temporary shelter for those women and their children as well. And that's only women that are in domestic violence situations, not men. And there's also the community, Pueblo Community Soup Kitchen. They provide 2 meals daily. I think it's breakfast and lunch. And there's the Salvation Army that provides meals daily as well. And then they also provide a pantry in which people can go if they're needing some food. They can go and pick out some items, or before the holidays, before Christmas and Thanksgiving, they also hold mini food drives to try to get some families and individuals assistance with having food for the holidays. And so kind of like I said, I think the cons with these organizations, they provide temporary relief, like maybe temporary shelter or food or water and stuff, but which is really good, but there's no a permanent or long-term assistance. There's no self-sufficient resources that they're giving to the individuals other than Posada, but like I said, they are very limited and do not have as much time, effort, and money to provide as much assistance as they would like to the homeless population. I think things that the Pueblo community could definitely work on is to be more data driven and provide organizations based on kind of like the subgroups and the highest rate of homeless individuals we have, and maybe target those individuals, such as I know, this people who are homeless who are engaged in substance abuse, that is very high. Maybe target those. I know that veterans within this community that are homeless are also high, and maybe target the women who are trying to flee domestic violence situations, other than just providing them just a short temporary stay away from that dangerous situation. I also think that we can definitely benefit from more, we need more permanent supportive housing, more than what Posada has been able to provide, more self-sufficient services, job assistance, more crisis services that kind of assess an individual and family, and basically kind of determine what resources and services they would benefit from, and how we could best help them. I do think that our organizations do refer to other homeless organizations, but I just think that networking needs to improve. And then also I don't think there's any competition, but I also think that, more cooperation between the organization needs to improve as well. So I hope you kind of got a short glimpse of my community and the issues within my community in regards to homelessness. Thank you.